What is going on, guys? Today is December 29th, and I hope all of you guys had a wonderful Christmas. This video will probably be going up after the new year, so I also hope that you had a wonderful new year, and I wish you all the most amazing 2018. Jeff and I have a lot of goals for this year, so I hope you guys do too. I also wanted to say thank you so much on all the positive feedback that I got on my cheat day video. I will continue to do them. The response was overwhelmingly positive, so thank you guys so much. But today I'm going to be talking about this new year, my new goals, and how I plan to approach it. I'm going to talk about how I'm going to implement a new glute program. It's actually Jeff's glute program. My previous one, as you guys know, that I was running before, I did it over 2 months and it worked really well for me, but I feel like I want something new and I want something a little bit more challenging, and I also want something that's a little bit more structured. So I'm gonna be following that glute program, and I will show you one of the workouts today, but I'm also going to try to have a metric of progress or growth. So I want to more or less quantify my progress on my glutes. So I'm going to actually be measuring them. I'm gonna have my lovely assistant over here going to help me measure my glutes. He has a very hard job. This morning I went for my walk. I am still determined to get my steps in. Made a huge dent in the steps I have to make today. I try to do 10,000 a day. Probably finish those up a little bit later, but I like to make a big dent in the morning, and I just feel better after going for a little bit of a walk in the morning. You saw that there's a lot of snow outside right now, which was amazing. Christmas was amazing. I had my first white Christmas. I'm gonna get started with measuring my glutes. So stay tuned for that. And you're gonna go around. The hips are always where the femur connects to the pelvis. So you're gonna go around.
You wanna turn the other way? So at the biggest part, it's just over 93. I realized I was covering it the whole time.
93 centimeters?
90, yeah, it's 93 and an eighth of a centimeter. So.
Sweet.
Boom.
Starting point.
Day one.
Day one. So as I said, I'm going to be running Jeff's program, and this is more instead of a program, it's a huge document. It's 36 pages. It goes through anatomy, biomechanics, a lot of really interesting information if you're really wanting to know everything about the glutes. And it also has a really useful frequently asked questions portion of it. And then this is the actual program, very detailed. It's very detailed, has all the exercises and cues for all the exercises, sets, reps, RPE, and then it goes into the different weeks. So it's very comprehensive. I'm ready for a more structured program. Warm up, program variables, intensity, periodization. It's very thorough. In addition to the glutes, it's more like a typical bikini program because there is more upper body and back involved in it. And it also has ab work. I'm really excited to get going on it. We are going to be doing week 1, day 1. Here we go. I don't think that this is gonna capture it, but it is snowing so hard outside. There's a ton of snow on the ground. So I'm almost ready for the gym. I just got changed, and I'm going to sip on 2 scoops of Prolific. I like the melon berry twist flavor. Gonna sip on this and wait for Rashawn to get here. Rashawn's gonna help me film today. And I've been working on, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up because I think a lot of you guys would find this really interesting. I'm actually working on another video going to be on the scientific literature surrounding the safety of artificial sweeteners. I've been using my iPad, which was a Christmas gift from Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Taking notes for my video and the voiceover that I'm going to be reading. Just to give you a little teaser, the main concerns that people have about artificial sweeteners potentially being carcinogenic or causing cancer, also the gut microflora, glucose tolerance, weight management or weight gain as a result of drinking or consuming artificial sweeteners or non-nutritive sweeteners. I'm gonna cover that in a video very soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna sip on my pre-workout, wait for Rashawn to get here, and I will catch you in the gym. All right, guys, so I made it to the gym. Fortunately, we got here alive because Jeff and I, and Rashawn as well, we had to drive through what is to me a snow blizzard because I am not used to that weather. I will insert a couple clips to show you what we went through to get here. I am going to warm up a little bit on this bike because I just came out from the snow, so I'm gonna warm up a bit, get my body temperature up, and then I'm gonna do a few pre-activation exercises with my resistance band, and then we're gonna jump into the workout. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I was training for a powerlifting competition, but I hurt my hip and then I got pneumonia. So powerlifting just ended up not working out for me. Or I'll do a stretch where I'll kind of squat and push my knees out with my elbows and make sure that my hip flexors are nice and stretched before I jump into this exercise. And I actually hurt my hip benching, which is kind of bizarre, but setting up an arch for a bench is how I hurt my hip. So warm up your legs if you're ever benching. And now I'm gonna do some pre-activation for the glutes, which this just initiates a mind-muscle connection to your glutes. If you struggle with making a good mind-muscle connection with your glutes while you're training them, make sure you do a good pre-activation exercise. So just going to step side to side and engage my glutes while I'm doing it. My butt is on fire. Just gonna do a really light warm-up set, and then I'm gonna jump into my first working set. In the program that Jeff wrote, he also has some cues in the notes. Drive through the heels, keep knees out, direction of toes, and a wider stance, 15-degree foot flare. When you keep your stance a little bit wider and your toes out, more like in a sumo position, it targets your glutes more. It's gonna be a warm-up set of between 5 and 10 reps, and then we're gonna jump into a little bit heavier after this. Okay, so first working set, I'm gonna do a set of 5 reps, RPE of 8. Second working set of 5, and I moved up to 45-pound plate, so let's get it. Last and final set, I'm just going up another 10 pounds on each side, so another 20 pounds, so 5 reps. So next, after I catch my breath, next exercise is dumbbell RDLs, so Romanian deadlifts. Keep a slight bend in my knee. I just did this in a video, so you guys probably remember. I'm gonna pull up using my hamstrings and my glutes. Do about 10 reps to warm up. Last set, this is gonna be heavier. Do just 50-pound dumbbells. Yeah, that was heavy. I'm gonna put back one at a time.
Jeff sounds like he's in a closet.
Next exercise that we're going to be doing is actually a superset. So we're gonna superset this hamstring curl machine with a hamstring curl on a yoga ball. I'm gonna set up the yoga ball not too far away, but we're gonna hop from one to the other with no rest in between. 3 sets of, in a higher rep range, it's gonna be 12 to 15 reps on here, and then jump over there for 12 to 15 reps. Is that you have to keep your hips up pretty high. If you haven't seen this one, definitely give it a try because it's very challenging, but it's also really great for the hamstrings. Elevate your feet up on here, sort of like this. You elevate your hips, and you have to curl or roll the ball towards you, like this. You need to keep your hips up. That's hard. And then you have to jump back over for that thing. This is way more challenging than my progress.
Good.
Oh my god.
What do you do?
These are
harder.
These are hard. Yeah. The next exercise and the final glute exercise for this is a machine abduction, and most gyms have it, but I'm currently working out of a smaller private personal training gym. I'm just going to use my resistance band and do banded abduction. This one has a pretty hard resistance, so it's pretty good. You can find any surface to sit on. Focus on pushing, pushing out with your knees. I like to lean a little bit forward when I do it, and I'm gonna pulse out, and I'm gonna do 20 reps, 3 sets of 20 reps. A couple sets of ab exercises, and I am a little bit limited in this gym, so I'm going to do an ab wheel, and I think that's gonna finish it off. These I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. This workout. That is it for the first day, week 1 of this glute program. I hope that you guys like this in the gym situation. You guys seem to really like it on my last video. That's why I did it again. If you prefer a voiceover, definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope that you guys keep up to date with me and see how my progress is going. I'll do like sporadic measurements to see if I've been making any progress. Stay tuned for the artificial sweeteners video, and stay tuned for future cheat days because I will definitely be having those. And please hit the notification bell if you haven't already. It'll notify you every single time I upload a video, and subscribe if you are new. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you in a video really soon. I am going to the LA Fit Expo. If you guys are going, please come and say hello to me. Jeff and I will be at the PEScience booth. Then after LA, I'm back in Florida. Sean's coming too. This guy.
Bound to fall in love. Honey.
Post-workout meal situation for the booty.